welcome to Cruise Control Motoring, your on-air automotive magazine. I'm Fred Staab, and with me for a tour around the automotive industry this week is none other than Les Jackson. Les, how you doing?
Very, very good, Fred. Just a little chilly. But,
that's for sure.
Things are going great.
All right. We like that. We like that a lot. And, you know, we are going to start off with a story I'm calling In the Short Run. Customers wanted the Chevy Bolt back in the lineup. Chevy listened to them, brought it back, but now they may cancel it again, and we're going to have some insight on that. Sounds strange. There is some reasoning behind it, though.
Yes, there is, but it's kind of a sad surprise for me, but we'll talk about it. And over at BMW, they can't build the new Class iX3 fast enough. Question is, will this new design be as popular on the 3 Series sedan?
Yeah, it's a good
maybe.
question. It's a good question, really, and it's
Maybe.
a big hit on their hands. But not big hits, but big cuts over at Tesla. They're cutting their flagship Model S and X vehicles from the lineup, and that means there's just going to be the Model 3 and the Cybertruck. Are they moving away from car manufacturing and getting into robots and robot taxis as their main business?
I'm as anxious to cut into this story as if I had a nice end cut of prime rib on my plate right now. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. Anyway, Mercedes reveals the new S-Class, and we have every possible detail that we can talk about.
Yeah, that is loaded with tech for sure. And
It
then
is loaded.
making the cut. Remember a few weeks ago on Cruise Control Motoring, we told you about the dismal sales in 2025 of the Subaru WRX. Well, there was some talk, maybe they will just cut it from the lineup. Well, not so much. We have pricing and the full lineup information on the 2026 WRX. So it made the cut, at least for 2026.
Yeah, there it is. And Genesis gets into intense off-roading. Kind of didn't see that coming.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting take. They have a new concept.
Yeah.
We'll tell you about it. And Les, grab your torque wrench because the Corvette engine build is back. If you want to build your own engine that will go in your Corvette, you can do it, but it will cost you something for sure.
It will. Now, you and I had a chance to do this a number of years ago.
We did.
And we were the fastest people with the wrenches.
Well, because we've done it before, and you know
we've done it many times.
And you don't just throw the parts and tools all around. You have it arranged as like, oh, I'm going to need this. Okay, there it is. You know, so
that's right.
All interesting stuff coming up on Cruise Control Motoring. What do you have to lead us off, Les?
Okay, well, let's start talking about GM killing again the Chevrolet Bolt by 2028. I mean, they're not happening tomorrow, but just came back.
Yeah.
We like the little thing. Yeah, we really do like it. And I kind of feel bad about this. I know there are reasons. We're going to talk about it, but you know, they ended production in 2023. They brought it back last year.
Right. People wanted it. People really pushed it. They said, hey, please do this. And Chevy listened and they brought it back and, you know, they updated it a bit. But there are some interesting reasons why it might go away, right?
So it turns out the Bolt is going to have to go away. Not because it isn't popular and a nice machine. It's just that because of the tariff situation going on everywhere, GM decided that it needs to be replaced by taking the production of the Envision, which is made in China, and other vehicles made in Mexico, so that those can be made here. But it doesn't leave any room for the Bolt. So
yeah.
okay.
I wondered when we first heard about tariffs, and we knew, and not a lot of people know this, but the Buick Envision and several other vehicles, including some large Lincolns, are built in China. They are China
Right.
first vehicles, and then the secondary market is the U.S. And a lot of people don't know that, but I always found it weird they were built there, and I always felt that that was probably going to be moved back to the U.S. So that's one reason. And
Yeah.
then also the Equinox. It is a lot of people buy the Equinox. It is a high volume vehicle for GM that's built in Mexico. So if they could do away with those tariffs or significantly reduce them, that would really be helpful to their bottom line. The problem
It
is
would.
the Bolt. Where do you build the Bolt? They're saying, well, it might hang around. It might stay around. This is all according to a report from Bloomberg, so it's not set in stone. But Bloomberg is saying that this is what they're going to do, and this is a way that they're going to help themselves and their bottom line. Probably
right.
makes good business sense. What do you think, Les Jackson? It's
Well,
sad to see
yes,
a
I think
great
it
little vehicle
does.
go away again.
Yeah, or maybe it would be built in limited production.
Right,
When there are, again, you can't just turn on a factory
right,
and start building tomorrow. It takes about $1 billion,
right.
to set it up. So these are not trivial decisions, but well, I'm going to miss the Bolt again.
Yes, if this all lays out the way we
Yeah.
think it will, that will be something that will be missed for sure. But over at BMW, they have a bit of a hit on their hands in the form of their new class iX3. And
Yes.
they are building these things and selling them. The demand is very high. I don't believe the U.S. built vehicles have hit the road yet, but there's a lot of orders for them. And domestically, people are waiting for them. They will be built in South Carolina. It is an electric X3, and it is built on the new class chassis with all of the new class styling and technology. And it seems like something people really want. It starts, the first version delivered 463 horsepower and a range of 500 miles. That's
That's
in,
why.
well, and that's on the European numbers, so it will be probably less in the U.S. But it is scheduled to go into production at the Spartanburg, South Carolina plant before the end of 2026. But a big seller for them, and it styling that will make its way across the BMW lineup. And the theory is it the styling that is so popular, or is it the iX3 itself with that horsepower and range? That range is outstanding, isn't it?
It's outstanding. They've got themselves a winner there. They've got a very loyal following. BMW buyers love BMW. And, I think I don't believe that the new style will have any effect on the other BMW models. I think, it would take like an artist who demands a certain look to say, no, I don't want this. I think typical BMW owner, "Oh, I don't care. As long as the interior is good for me, I'm happy."
Yeah. And by the way, the new class name is a reference to something that happened back in the 1950s with BMW when they had their cars sort of had a 1930s styling, and then they came out with this new class in the 50s, and the idea was to freshen up the look. I think it's more about the value of the X3. X3 is a great vehicle. It's a nice sized vehicle. It's not too big, and
Yeah.
it fits the needs of a lot of people that want a two-row crossover. This is a clean packaging, and that it basically exterior looks like just a freshened look. And I think more the iX3 is big and big in Europe because of that range. Let's face it, the average gas-powered car has what, 350-mile range? This has more range.
Yeah, the mid 300s, and that's a good range. So 500 miles, hey,
That's not
you're ahead
bad.
of the game.
Yeah,
Um,
and excellent horsepower.
yeah.
But we want to know, what do you
Uh,
think? Is this sales hit a big deal due to the styling, or is it due to the fact that 463 horsepower and 500 miles of range? Of course, those numbers will change when it comes to the U.S. And who knows, will it be they have many orders in the U.S., but will it be a big hit in the U.S.? I don't know.
yeah. Well, I think we'll know pretty soon.
Yes. Well, something that I say was a big hit in the U.S., but won't be available that much longer. And that is, we're going over to Tesla, because Tesla made some big announcements this week about ending two of their biggest models, the Model S and the Model X. Now, the Model S, of course, is famous for the plaid version, and a lot of it was the flagship. It came right after the original Roadster, which was basically an electric powertrain in a Lotus. It even had things like the yoke for a time for steering. This is the premium model, flagship model, but it is going away. It's 10 years old. Let's face it, they didn't really even update it all that much, did they?
No, they didn't. And again, they have very loyal following, and it's a very, very luxurious, high-end car.
Mm-hmm.
But things have changed. People's attitudes have changed, and I don't know what its sales numbers are, but it doesn't matter because Musk has determined
It's
that
going away.
it's time to, I love this, send both off into the sunset
Yes, the other one,
in
of course, is the
favor
Model X.
the Model X. I actually have a friend who owns one. He loves it. Um, but in favor of building, Fred, not another car, not another truck, not another long haul Freightliner. It's in favor of building the Optimus humanoid robot.
Wow. Well,
Yes.
and now
Yes.
now let's go back a few months. There was a 5-year plan of Tesla that
Mhm.
was put out there, and it didn't involve many cars. It was robots and robo taxis.
That's right.
And we both at the time said, wow, I mean, if you're a car company, wouldn't you be talking about, hey, well, here's our 5-year plan with new models and new technologies? It's kind of the end of an era. Right, that leaves the lineup very, very basic, with the Cybertruck, which I don't think is going to stay around for.
No, people really aren't buying that much. And the Model 3,
Then the Model 3.
well,
Now, he still said he's going to build the next generation Roadster, which frankly, I hope that he does, because it's a beautiful looking car.
yeah.
But I'm not so sure. And I bet there's a lot
I,
of people that put down money, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what
yeah,
happens to that.
I wouldn't count on it because right now their sales, Model 3, Model Y, are account for 97% of Tesla's deliveries. But the revenue has fallen by 11%. Total revenue was down by just 3% for the year. Year over year, their revenues have been down 10% from 2024. And gross profit down by 2%.
Okay.
And that means lower earnings. They've actually reduced the production, the production of the Model 3 and the Model Y, and there's no reason to think that won't continue. So, um, first of all, I don't see them continuing seriously in the car business. You and I have talked about Tesla selling off or Musk selling off the car business for several years now. And I still believe that's going to happen.
Yeah.
To whom it is sold, no idea. Maybe the Chinese, maybe somebody else.
Yeah.
But I don't think Elon Musk cares.
No, I think it's no longer the shiny object up there to be excited about. Whatever happened with trucks? Did they ever do much with the big Class 8 truck?
Yeah, that sort of took a back burner,
Yeah.
and
Pepsi apparently was going to use some. I don't know, whatever. It just kind of faded away. But a couple of other interesting articles floating around. There's one that SpaceX might merge with Tesla, or one of his other. Does he still do the boring company for boring? I don't think so. The one for
I'm sorry
for drilling tunnels under.
Yeah. Now he's other things. Musk says that are going to happen will be the robo taxis,
Right.
which is a disaster waiting to happen if it's not done right. And they want to build a semiconductor factory to supply AI chips, AI5 chips.
All right. Well, in the meanwhile,
whatever.
The cars are being decontented. Of course, they came out with the less expensive model that they decontented. Also, check this out this week. They are slashing all of the tech that comes in the vehicle, including lane keeping. Believe it or not, lane keeping is available and included on the cheapest Elantra, right? But it won't be included on a Model 3 unless you pay a subscription of $99 per month.
Of course.
And you know how much we love on Cruise Control Motoring subscriptions for basic things. So basically, he's taking out the content, charging you more for it, content that other vehicles have, just keeping the inexpensive models, which will be getting more expensive because they're being decontented, and a lot of the things won't be available. Full self-driving is going away. I believe it was an $8,000 package, one-time package. That is going away next month. I don't know. I guess there are people that are real fans of Tesla, but I don't think I'd be wanting to buy one right now.
No, and I think an awful lot of the really diehard fans probably will until they look at one and drive one and realize it has all the technology of a 20-year-old car. But across the board, people buying cars, I think, will be rather turned off by decontented, so-so products that cost money, with the head of the company saying, I don't really care about selling these things or not.
Once again, back to our previous story, they'll look at something like an iX3 from BMW
Absolutely.
because, that's what they do. They build cars, and they like building cars, and they like coming up with new cars, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
They're in the car business.
they're in the car business, and they enjoy being there, and they like what they do. So,
Yes.
it remains to be seen. Would you buy a Tesla right now if you were on the market for it?
No.
That's what we're asking our
Honestly,
audience.
no.
But let's go over to a manufacturer that does love cars and has been building them for quite some time. Let's talk a little bit about the brand new S-Class that was revealed this week from Mercedes. Of course, this is their halo vehicle. They say it has been given an extensive update and 140 years of innovation. This is a statement car for sure.
Yeah.
And it's everything from technology to horsepower, where to begin. So let's talk a little bit about something that you wouldn't notice right away, but it is the state-of-the-art MB.OS supercomputer system that runs everything in the vehicle. They call it a boardroom on wheels, where rear seats get dual 13.1-inch displays and two detachable MBUX remote controls and integrated video conferencing to transform.
Wow.
We could do the show from the back of the car. We just have to have someone drive us around.
All we need is the car
and someone to drive it, because you couldn't do it all at once.
Yes. Well, we could find somebody to volunteer for that. I will say developing their own supercomputer operating system makes sense. They were having such trouble for a lot of years with Bosch was always their primary electronics provider, but they were asking too much of the systems to the point that you have to develop your own. And I mean, there's so many things that are in this vehicle that we couldn't possibly cover them all because we'd spend the rest of the day talking about it. But I love things like the digital vent control and an air filter with energizing air control.
Where can I get some of that energizing air? Also,
I would love some of that.
Manufacturer made-to-measure vehicles with your choice of 150 exterior paints and over 400 interior colors. I'm going to use it. It's bespoke, Les Jackson. It's bespoke.
It is bespoke squared.
And then, of course, you have a couple of very interesting power plants, including both of them are one is a 6-cylinder and one is a V8. So the 8-cylinder is the M177 Evo with 530 horsepower, 553 pound-feet of torque.
That will do.
That is nice. And then if you want to go for the 6-cylinder, it's the M256 Evo, which is 443 horsepower. I'm sorry, 443 pound-feet of torque. Oddly, they didn't include the horsepower on that. Maybe it wasn't rated. And then they call it 472 pound-feet of over torque, which is a brief increase in torque provided to provide the S-Class with more power in certain driving situations. Okay. They both get a mild hybrid, a 23 horsepower integrated starter generator that provides intelligent support at lower engine speeds and ensures excellent power delivery. It's a mild hybrid system. Of course, you can get things like rear steering, which is probably important on a vehicle this large, right?
Two different varieties, 4% movement and 10% movement, which Well, you could practically go sideways in that. And on top of that, you have the parking assist 679 can detect parking spaces on both sides of the street, and park angled parking, and it can recognize space types, including curb slots, garage line spots, slots containing other objects. Um, that's that's impressive.
Yeah, yeah. We don't have pricing on this, but I would say it's
I
somewhere between
A lot,
150 and
a lot.
200,
Uh,
depending on what you, depending on what you select. And how do they, how do they do that with all those paint colors? You know, if you come in, you say, "Oh,
well,
you know,
uh,
I damaged my door. I need to get it. I need to get." I guess you just have the formula for it, right?
there is no problem too big or complicated that can't be solved with the large expenditure of money.
A large application of money. Yes.
That's all it takes.
That's right. Well, let's talk some pricing on something a little bit more affordable. You and I were talking the other week on this show about the fact that the sales of the WRX in 2025 were, to put it best, dismal. But we were even questioning would they come out with another model, but apparently they've come out swinging. The 2026 Subaru WRX starts at 32,495, and
Okay, that's
not too bad, right? And they have a number of different
not too bad.
models. They're all available with a 6-speed manual. Matter of fact, most of them come with a 6-speed manual. When you get up to the limited, you do have the option of an automatic, but most of them come with a 6-speed manual. So WRX starts at 32,495. The premium goes up to 33,995. And then the limited with the manual comes in at 38,995, and the limited with the automatic comes in at 39,995. Let me ask you
Yeah.
this: do you think the reason it sounds silly to a lot of journalists and others that live by a manual transmission, but do you think it's because the automatic is not available at some of the less expensive versions that this does not sell well? Like people maybe just don't want an automatic even in a performance car anymore,
I
or
I
not a
think
lot of them.
I no, I think the car itself um, sort of says I'm a manual. I'm a stick shift. I'm you know I want a driver who changes gears, and I think it's one of those that the people buying them say, I want to do the whole serious shifting, downshifting
Be one with the
game.
car. Yeah.
Be one with the car, an extension of your arms and legs,
Okay.
as they used to say.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so no, I think it's always been popular with the stick shift crowd, and that's great.
Of course, they call that automatic the SPT, the Subaru Performance Transmission. Um,
Yeah.
it goes up to the WRX Series Yellow, which goes for 45,995. And that is a new series. It, of course, only comes in sunrise yellow
Hmm.
exterior. And it's a hallmark color that has been used in the past on models such as the first generation Subaru XV Crosstrek and Japan only Subaru BRZ STI Sport. Um, so that will be the high end model, priced at 45,995. What do you think they're going to
You know,
do to get these things selling better this year?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they've certainly have come up with a good price. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen a WRX on the road that isn't the blue color
That's true. That
with
is.
the gold wheels.
By the way,
Uh,
you can get it in Galaxy Purple Pearl Premium Paint for $395 if you
well,
want.
okay. I don't know about that, but
Yeah, the blue
why
with the
not?
gold wheels was the rally color,
Just
and
signature, yeah.
signature was all around it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I hope it does sell. It's a great vehicle. Even the base model one, I reviewed one of them not that long ago, and I thought, yeah, this is a very livable performance car. Uh, I
Yeah,
guess they will never put that engine in another vehicle, that turbocharged 271 horsepower Boxer, will they? It would be nice. It would be
probably
nice in
not.
some of their bigger
Yeah,
SUVs, right?
probably not unless they have to modify it and put it in a big SUV. But um, I don't think it's. I think it's a pretty thirsty engine.
Okay.
But don't underestimate Subaru. They're very good at what they do.
Well, let's move over to something completely different, and that is Genesis. Obviously, Genesis is known for incredibly luxurious cars. They're great crossovers, the GV 70 and 80, their electric vehicle, the GV60. But now they want to get into some severe off-roading, and they showed a concept this week that is called the X Scorpio concept, and it is extreme off road. It looks rally inspired in there. The gauge pack is right up on the steering
Oh yeah,
wheel. You have navigation over on the right hand side for the navigator. They even have a version with those treads on it, sort of tank treads. They call it luxury meeting off road functionality. And this was shown to be like an extreme off road concept, kind of a family of them. What do you think of this? I wonder why they're doing it. I know they're getting into their racing, with their magma vehicles. But
right.
what do you think of this? It looks sort of like a kit
Well,
car, doesn't it?
yeah, it's cool. They're really into the racing. All the other, not all, but most of the other brands are into it as well. You jump down on the Baja and these others in Saudi Arabia and other countries. Um, I think it's cool. I don't want to do it because it's just uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot of technology and it takes a lot of engineering so that these things don't disintegrate, and it takes a lot of skill. This is not something the average person can just jump into and go flying.
We, with regard to that concept, the Genesis chief creative officer Luke Dockenwolk said, "We create concept cars to inspire and ignite authentic passion for our vision." And I guess it's not a bad way to let people know about your brand, is it? Um, it is. It was shown in the United Arab Emirates, and that's not a bad place to sell some luxury vehicles and make people think about other ways to use your vehicles. Even the
Yeah.
interior in the rally racer version of this is luxurious, which I think they're known for great interiors, and to see that even in their rally concept is pretty amazing, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it's going to be comfortable. Well, as
Sort
comfortable
of.
as it can be
Yes.
for what you're doing.
Yes.
But no, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Well, dealers are getting a little bit concerned, Jaguar dealers, about the future of the brand. There was a rumor this week
Yeah.
that they would move away from all electric and work on a hybrid version. But now there's been pushback on that they will not be doing a hybrid version, that they are only stick to electric. I think dealers are really sweating this out because right now they're just selling older vehicles that, they had a stockpile of them. But I just I don't know. I don't know how Jaguar will survive with just high end electric vehicles. You don't want to be a niche player, you know?
No, no. This is upsetting a lot of people.
Um, it's
I get emails from time to time from people saying, "What's happened to Jaguar? I like Jaguar. I kind of wanted one. I don't know. Uh, Jaguar's not talking to us until they bring out prototypes, things like this. They do want to take on, they say, the Porsche Taycan.
hmm
Okay, well, do it.
Well, that's a big thing. They keep talking about this, and the dealers are like, "Where is it? Where is this stuff? We need it now because
Yeah,
we're kind of shrinking on the vine here." Um, and they are also doing away with the type nomenclature, and that's F type, E type.
hmm
That's always been part of Jaguar's
always, always.
world. So I don't know. I
I don't
don't
get it.
know. I don't know if they will survive. I don't know by the time they get the vehicle out there, will it matter? And are they going to be smaller than, let's say, a Lucid or something like that with sales? I think they will, because what they're proposing is higher cost and less mass appeal than, let's say, what a Lucid is doing. Are they?
That's right.
What are they trying to be like? A Bugatti? I mean, I don't
Uh,
know.
yeah, Bentley, Rolls Royce. I mean, you got to. I think. Well, I think they're just not recognizing their customer base anymore, and maybe they don't want that customer base.
But they're starting
I
from
don't know.
scratch. Now they're going to
Well,
start
this is
from
a
scratch.
bad time to do that.
Let's go over to Hyundai and talk a little bit about one of their vehicles. I like it a lot, Santa Cruz, but it may be going away. Santa Cruz, by the way, when you get the turbocharged version, it's 281 horsepower, and it is quite the machine. This is a small trucklet. It is not really a truck. It is sort of the modern day El Camino in a way. At least it
Yep.
has all-wheel drive. But according to Automotive News, there is an anonymous source that claimed Hyundai will stop building this Santa Fe earlier than scheduled, which is targeted for right now for Q2 2027. And Hyundai finished 2025 with a 5-month supply of Santa Cruz pickups sitting at dealerships. I smell
Ooh,
deal.
that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a
Um,
lot. And I really enjoyed driving it. I thought if I wanted a truck-like vehicle, I'd buy that.
yeah. And it's available in the XRT off-road type situation. Two different powertrains. They say the problem with it is when you option it up, it comes up very high on pricing, and you could get a larger truck for it. It's
Yeah.
not really competing well with the Maverick. They might dump this and go with more of something that would compete with the Maverick. So, this while it's a cool vehicle, it really is not competitive with even the other unibody pickup trucks. And of course, let's remember the midsize market's going to heat up even more. Ram is coming into that. We're with the Dakota. We believe it's going to be called the Dakota. I don't know if that was officially announced, but it probably will be. And Maverick remains strong, and even there is a small pickup truck coming from Ford, electric pickup truck. So the market's heating up. Hyundai wants to have something that is competitive, right? That is going to sell. They don't want to just make something that, well, it's nice, but, it doesn't sell. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see if it survives. But I will tell you this. It's a great vehicle. And if they have all those 2025s on the lot, it might be time to make a deal on one of those, don't you think?
Absolutely. It's a great brand.
Okay. Let's go over to Stellantis and talk a little bit about the plans for the Dodge Charger. Now, it's almost a given that this new Charger will get a Hemi at some point, a Hemi option.
Yep.
There are plenty of great options right now. Of course, they have the Hurricane straight six twin turbocharged engine, which is plenty powerful, 550 horsepower in some trims. It's apparently going to happen, but it's a lot harder to do. Tim Kuniskis, who is head of the American brands and North American marketing and retail strategy for Stellantis, says, he doesn't come out and say it's going to happen, but he basically comes out and says it's going to happen. But it's harder than you think because they will have to put an engine in it that gets around the all-wheel drive system. They'll have to engineer it. It will become a heavier car. It's already heavier than the outgoing model. And he kind of indicated that it would probably be a Hellcat only type of situation where they would not be doing like the 392 Scat Pack and things like that. They would only do the full-on Hellcat engine in there, and it would be a limited sort of run of these vehicles. Although he did say he leaves all options open. So he's kind of, keeping the poker face on. But, they are stoking interest in the Hemi Charger. Hey, let's go over to Mazda and talk a little bit. We have some Miata pricing. Not a whole lot new on the Miata for this year, but it does have a number of different models, including the Miata Sport, Miata Club, and Miata Club with Brembo and BBS Recaro package. And then also the Miata Grand Touring. So just to give you a range of the pricing, the MX-5 Miata Sport with manual transmission, $30,000. And then the Miata Club 6-speed manual, $33,930. I do love the gauges in that vehicle. And then you can get a retractable hardtop for around $41,000. The Brembo.
That's a really nice retractable hardtop.
It's a big price jump, though.
It is, but I don't think I would want one without it.
No. And then the Brembo BBS Recaro package adds $5,050.
Yep.
You can do the Grand Touring for $35,730 or $38,450 with the retractable hardtop, and then the Grand Touring with automatic $36,650, $39,420 with the retractable top. I think what's the take rate on manuals for this vehicle? Must be pretty high, I would say.
It's certainly higher than a lot of most other models, most other brands. But I would be guessing, but I would say it's not not. It's probably less than 10%.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right.
Used to be like 75%.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of a car that they don't really have to change that much.
No,
And it will sell. And yes, I know you're going to ask this. The Soul Red is available. Soul Red Crystal Metallic
of course.
for
Yep.
$595. The candy apple red, basically. That's basically what it is, isn't it?
It is candy apple red. It's beautiful. Again, that's I wouldn't I wouldn't get the car without that color.
Yes. While we're talking pricing, this is a bit of an interesting vehicle. We were talking about um, the Bolt earlier, and this is sort of Kia's kind of entry level EV, although they will be having some less expensive ones eventually. But Niro EV, we've got some pricing on that. Not too much new for this year, but pricing,
No,
I mean, it kind of shows you the difference in pricing with tariffs and things like that. 2026 Niro EV Wind, $39,700. 2026 Niro EV Wave, $44,700. It's kind of high for a smaller electric vehicle like that, isn't it?
it is. It is, but it's fully loaded.
Yep.
It's popular. It's people who want an electric vehicle are pretty happy with them. So
But
hey,
this, of course, is available in hybrid, which gets incredible miles per gallon,
well,
and
yeah.
plug-in hybrid and electric. So it's one of the few vehicles that's available in all different powertrains. So that's kind
Hmm.
of cool. But pricing seems a little high to me. I'd have to compare that to Leaf or something like that and see. But it seems like a high number. But this next story, Les, will make you very happy, and it involves the return of the station wagon.
Got
Yes,
it.
Volvo. A lot of people were sad when the Volvo wagons were going away, right? The Volvo V60 Cross Country, beautiful
Lovely.
vehicle, uh,
Lovely.
and it has gone away, and they also stopped building the V90, which was the full size version of that. I believe I had was it the V60 or V90? There was a sleeper performance version of that, and I thought this is the car I would get because it handles, it has power, but it looks like a station wagon, and I
Yeah.
like that
Yeah.
concept. Well, does Volvo have plans for new wagons? And their executive was interviewed by The Drive, and he said in China, wagons are hot as something right now. And so people are really liking wagons. He believes they will come back uh, because they are better aerodynamically when it comes to electric
Hmm.
vehicles than an SUV. Obviously, they're like a chop top
And
SUV, right?
yeah. So basically, you get almost everything that an SUV is giving you, but you get better mileage, cheaper tires, because you're not carrying so much weight,
Yep.
better looking.
Yeah.
Uh,
They look
it
slick.
just it's like people knew this 40 years ago.
Well, you know me. I say everything that was like common becomes like a premium. Yeah, and it
Right.
comes
Right.
back and it comes
It
back and
comes
people
back.
discover it like, wow, look at this. It's like they lowered the roof on a SUV and
Exactly. Boy, what a concept. What engineer thought of that?
exactly.
Uh,
How could they do that? That's amazing. I'm excited about that because I was sad to see the Volvo wagons go away. I thought they were very
Same
cool,
here.
and I think they will make a comeback. it's a good thing. It's a good thing, and maybe they'll come back. I was somewhere I saw a BMW station wagon, which sells very well, by the way, in the U.S.
It does. It
And I
always
thought
has.
that's cool. That looks different, and it's cool. Um,
Yep.
so we'll Volvo actually has some in development that could arrive in the European market in a few years. So uh, let's hope. Talking about things coming back, the Corvette engine build experience is coming back to the assembly facility in Bowling Green, Kentucky. For the first time, it's available for the
Hmm.
C8 generation Corvette. It was last offered back in 2019 for Corvette, and it's available for newly ordered Z06, ZR1, and ZR1X models. Pretty exciting. Those are some exotic engines. Of course, they don't just let you on your own with some tools to build it up.
No, they have to warrant this thing.
That's
So,
right. Did you put the pistons
yeah,
in? Yeah, I think I did. At least
yeah.
7 of them.
Well, I brought my own adjustable wrench.
What was the torque? 2,000 foot-pounds or
Yeah,
200 foot-pounds?
that's it. Yeah.
Sure,
Where
I
does
put all
where
those
does
head
the
bolts in.
where does this part go?
Why am I left with
Why is it
these extra
why
bolts?
is it left on the table when we got the engine assembled?
um,
And believe me, I'm not joking here. This has happened.
Of course, of course. You almost have to be like the guys that work on Air Force One, where someone tightens the bolt and another guy comes along with another wrench and tightens it and they check
Yep.
it off.
Yep.
Like done. Uh, Exciting stuff. If you've never seen how they build engines, as Les mentioned earlier, they have like a bag that comes with fasteners in it, right? And
Yeah.
you have a barcode. You hit the barcode. It presets the torque on the torque wrench. It's amazing.
It is I don't own one of those
No.
for obvious reasons.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, and the computers on the assembly line actually know if you have forgotten to put a bolt at a particular spot and torqued it.
It's amazing.
They know everything. They know if you forgot to put lubricant in it before you started assembling it.
Right. Right. And
Um,
and it's important because building these things, a lot of these fasteners are torque to yield. So once you torque them,
that's it.
that's it. If you mess up, you have to go get new fasteners, right? They're shot. They're
Exactly.
one shot deal. So exciting stuff. Last time this was offered, it was $5,000, and this
Yep.
article was kind of laughing that saying like, I have to pay to build my own engine when I'm paying for it already.
People are happy to do that. Some people.
Yeah, yeah. I would imagine too. You have to find since it's going to be a co-build because I wouldn't want to build
Oh,
this
they're not.
myself without Um, but you have to find someone that's comfortable with working with people, and but has to be good enough to say, wait a minute, don't do that yet. You
That's right.
let me, this is your car. I want it to run well and not have a
Exactly.
problem.
Yeah.
So you're going to see
Don't. Yeah.
everything.
Don't throw me the part.
Right. Or say, I know how to put these heads
Yeah.
on. You just like start tightening stuff down,
Yeah. Don't ask for a bigger hammer.
That's right. If it
Or
doesn't
any
fit,
hammer.
don't start slamming on the
That's
head.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So interesting. They're also, of course, you can get factory delivery. That's going to happen, but they're going to have a delivery program for kids and grandkids of new owners, including child-friendly museum tour,
Wow.
and time on the Corvette simulator and a scavenger hunt, which you don't want to be like find parts that go go in the Z06 engine. Hey, I found these bolts. So I don't know. That's Would you do it if you were buying a new Corvette
Well, no,
for
I would.
$5,000?
Yeah, I would do it for free, but I wouldn't pay the 5,000. I've built enough engines that I know how to build the engine.
Right.
So, and I know if I do build it, that it's going to run right, and
Yeah.
that all of the I have measured the tolerances on everything.
Yeah.
Uh, so so no, I wouldn't pay the money, but yes, I would go build it.
I just think the whole process is interesting for people that haven't seen it. We have seen it,
Yeah,
and it's not like I said, it's like it's a very, very kind of rigid way of doing it. Like you know, do the barcode, it sets the tools, it knows, and it probably has a screen that says, do it in this order, I'm
that's right.
sure.
That's right. And it's
Um,
spotlessly clean. And they,
spotlessly clean. You have all the tools, you have
yeah,
all the places to lay out the parts and pieces and get them going. But do you think they start with a bare block, or are they just putting on heads and blowers and things like that?
uh, no, I
Or
mean,
they're
I
doing
think
mains and
I
stuff?
think you start with the assembled pistons and rods and a bare block,
Okay, cool.
and the crank is probably in the block.
Okay, interesting. Interesting stuff. Uh, I'd almost, as I love building engines and that, but at this point, it's so specialized. I'd almost like to just be there and watch and say, yeah, I saw inside the engine. And yes, the guy did torque
That's
those,
right. I'll
everything
tell
down.
you, yeah, what's really tricky is the different number of adhesives
Oh, yeah.
assembling. And it used to be you had, a tube of Permatex, and that was it.
Yeah.
But now you have sometimes as many as 20 different adhesives and attaching compounds when you put an engine together that are designed for the metals and the stresses and whatever.
Right.
And getting those right would be challenging.
Yes, these are high-end engines. These are not just
That's
first or
right.
second gen small blocks. These are pretty sophisticated engines for sure.
They are.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Cruise Control Motoring. We covered a lot of topics, and I hope you enjoyed some of the ones we covered. If you did, please give us a like or follow on all our social media platforms. It's time for me to say I'm Fred Staab.
I'm Les Jackson.
We're going to see you down the road.